That is the key difference, is that Bitcoin is the one asset in the world that no one can control. So many people get lost looking at other alternative crypto assets or NFTs or other projects, thinking that they have the same trust minimized properties as Bitcoin. Yeah, the more rigid the money supply, the more people will choose to store their time, energy, wealth there. And then if the capital stock, non-money capital stock is growing, then that would be reflected in an appreciation of the purchasing power of money. And this is like what gold has been roughly 1 ounce of gold is equal to a fine man's suit for like 100 years, right? But if you look at the price in dollars, it's gone from, I don't know, $30 to $1,200. It called social media narrowcasting as opposed to broadcasting, which I thought was interesting. It also predicted that as the digital age started to really progress, that governments would likely resort to pandemic-like situations to try and reinforce the validity of their borders.
Yikes.
Which is interesting.
What year was this written?
This was written in 1997.
Whoa.
Yeah. And the key
unnerving
insight is, again, the logic of violence. And the main point that they make is that cryptography allows us to insulate things or defend assets in a way that is many orders of magnitude cheaper than anything ever before. So that the cost of defense has plummeted, which you could say has a commensurate increase to the cost-benefit ratio of coercion, right? All of a sudden you can't, why break into the guy's house if you can't steal his Bitcoin? Why invade the country if you can't take their Bitcoin? That type of thing. That it would have a decentralizing effect on government, because government is as large as it is because it extracts monopoly profits through seigniorage, through inflation, through taxation, right? None of these are mutually negotiated free market phenomenon. These are all imposed, and they're all able to be imposed because people had no alternative. There was no alternative monetary system. It's like you have to have a bank account, right? Before Bitcoin, what else did you do? Bury gold in your yard,
right?
Right. I mean, it's pretty hard to transact gold globally. So that's the key insight. And the book, I'll warn you, it's a bit of a dry read, but I would highly recommend getting through it. I think there's a lot of good insights there. So many people get lost looking at other alternative crypto assets or NFTs or other projects, thinking that they have the same trust minimized properties as Bitcoin, to say that they are truly decentralized. No one has a political attack vector on the network or the good or whatever it may be. It is my strong opinion that Bitcoin is the only asset that has truly credibly exhibited the qualities of decentralization, right? It's undergone a fork war. People have tried to increase the block size, change the supply, all these things. And Bitcoin is kind of tried and true. It's battle tested. So with NFTs, I would just say, and crypto more generally, NFTs and crypto, I don't think decentralization has been achieved anywhere else. So I'll just leave it at that, just so people, that is the key difference, is that Bitcoin is the one asset in the world that no one can control. One thing I wanted to say about the Disney battle, this may work in your favor actually, is that should Bitcoin monetize and succeed as I have laid out, this will move us to a much more free market, laissez-faire, capitalistic market environment where something like IP goes away. IP won't exist. Because IP right now is premised on litigation, right? Someone violates your IP, you go and sue them. In a Bitcoinized world, it's going to be much more cost prohibitive to enforce IP.